Good greetings to all. I am Dinesh Kumar. Now we are going to see what is company, then classification of company. First, what is company? A company is a form of organization. Then different forms of organization are there. Company is a one form of organization. These companies are controlled by Companies Act 2013. Before Companies Act 2013, the Existence Act, Companies Act 1956, replaced by Companies Act 2013. Then what is company? Company is an artificial person, separate legal existence, common seal. This is the company general character. Then the companies established or commenced, starting or founder are shareholders. The shareholders are invested money in the company. Then the companies are administered by board of directors elected by the shareholders at the time of general meeting. Then equity shareholders are a real owner of the company. The administrators are board of directors. This is the simple meaning of company. Then classification of companies. We must know different types of companies, then only we are knowing about different companies' activities, transactions, etc. Then thank you. The next, classification of companies. Then classification of companies is different types or kinds. The classification based on mode of incorporation, then number of members, then liability of members. Then these three categories are commonly classified, and the other categories are classified under other kinds of companies. Then first category, mode of incorporation. The company's classification according to mode of incorporation, two types: statutory company, registered company. Then what is a statutory company? The statutory company means the statutory company incorporated by a special act passed in Parliament. The act passed in Parliament with the approval of central or state government. These type of companies, that statutory companies, not have or not prepare MOA. Then the statutory companies are not using the word limited in the back of company's name. Then their transactions, that's mean the statutory company audit under CAG, Comptroller and Audit General of India. This is the statutory company. This is statutory company specially act passed by the government. For example, Life Insurance Corporation, Reserve Bank of India, Unit Trust of India. These organizations are passed by a special act in Parliament. Then next, registered company. Registered company means all the companies are registered under Companies Act 2013. At presently, all the companies are registered under Companies Act 2013. But earlier, Companies Act 1956. Already we are known that the Companies Act 2056 is replaced by Companies Act 2013. Then the registered companies are further classified into on the basis of members, then on the basis of liability of members. These are further we are classified in that classifications. Then next, according to the number of members, we are classified in 3 types. Then first one private company, second one public company, third one person company. This one person company is newly categorized. Companies Act 2013 only introduced one person company. Then what is private company? Then private company means the private company are follow the rules under section 268 of Companies Act 2013. Then what is private company? All companies must have share capital. That share capital invested by the shareholders. But here the private companies are restricted to transfer the shares from one person to another person, from one shareholder to another shareholder, or from one shareholder to public person. That transfer is restricted, first point. Then second, the maximum number of shareholders is limit to 200. The maximum number of shareholders limits to 200. Then prohibits public issue, that means invitation to public to subscribe its securities. That shareholders are not issued to public. Simply, shareholders are not issued to public. These companies, these rules and regulations are applicable to private companies. This is private companies. Then public companies. Then what is public companies? The public companies are minimum shareholders or members are required to commence. See, a public company is 7 persons. But the maximum limit of shareholders is not limit. Any number of persons are shareholders in the company. Then the shares freely transferable from one person to another person, or one person to new person, that public. The shares are freely transferable. Then the public limited companies are invite public for subscription of its securities, its shares. Public limited company is issue share to public freely. Then these public limited companies are follow all rules and regulations in the Companies Act 2013. Then one person company. The one person company is just only one member in that company, one shareholder, one member. That one member administrated the company. For legally, if any cases or incidents for the shareholder, that means that one man, all the rights and liabilities, assets are transferred to the nominee. Then only one person company is compulsory registered with the nominee. This is the compulsory rules under Companies Act 2013. There is no other hard and fast rule for one person's company. Then these one person's company are mention one person company, that is OPC, in the following company name. Compulsory mention the name itself, one person company. Then if the company's turnover exceeds 2 crore for any previous financial year, or the paid up capital exceeds 50 lakh, the 1% company is automatically converted into private limited company within 6 months. This is 1% limited company's conditions. Then next classification according to liability of members. Then liability of members means all are know about liability is paying to others. In the point of view company, shareholders are owner, the owners payable, how much, that is classified in this classification, the liability of members. Then company limited by shares, company limited by shares. The company limited by shares in MOU itself, the conditions it's mentioned. Which conditions? If any loss incurring by the company at the time of winding up or at the time of company need investments, at any time the company asks the remaining unpaid amount of share from the shareholders. The shareholders liability is up to the limit of share value, up to the limit of share value. If the shareholder is paid full amount to the company, then the shareholders have no liability to pay company. Then next, company is limited by guarantee. The company limited by guarantee means each and every shareholder must give a guarantee to company at the time of investment. Then how much amount or guarantee accepted by the shareholders, how much amount or guarantee accepted by the shareholders itself, that condition mentioned in the memorandum of undertaking. Then the company collect the guarantee amount at the time of winding up. The liability or guarantee can be enforced at the time of winding up or not before. That means this guaranteed amount collected by the company only at the time of winding up. For example, non-trading organizations formed for promotion of art, science, commerce, sports, cultures, etc. These companies are started or commenced with guarantee company. Because of there is no huge investment for that company. This is companies limited by guarantee. Then unlimited company means these company shareholders are like sole traders. The sole traders only have unlimited liability concept. That means if a business incurred a loss, the personal asset of the owner also selling to settle the business loss. That concept is also applicable for this type of companies, unlimited companies. Such companies have no limit on the liability of its shareholders. At the time of winding up, if company incurred a loss, that full loss amount are settled by the shareholders from their personal asset also. This is unlimited companies. Then next, other classifications. The above three classifications are majorly classified. Then other classifications, some classifications are there. That is companies not profit organization, companies not for profit, foreign company, government company, holding company and subsidiary company, associate company, small company, dormant company, producer company. Then first we see about companies not for profit. That is simply we are known about that non-profit organization. That organizations now registered under Companies Act 2013 under section 8. That non-profit organizations are called companies not for profit. These companies meant for promoting or developing cultures, arts, sports, religions, charity, etc. These type of companies are mainly focused on achievement and not for profit. Then these companies are restricted to pay the dividend amount to shareholders. If any amount surplus at the time of ending financial year, the surplus amount furtherly invested or incur expenditure for the motive or object of company, then no need to pay dividend to its shareholders. This is the main deviation from other companies. At the time of winding up of the company, these companies' assets are transferred to another company not for profit only. Then that is objective oriented, same, both companies are merged like that. Then these companies are not transferred to other companies or public or sell asset to any other persons. Then next, foreign companies. That foreign companies means foreign companies is registered under any Companies Act other than India. In India, Companies Act 2013 is followed. In each and every countries have a separate act for business registrations. If the abroad companies are registered under their native country, that means their native country's rules and regulations act, that company formed or starting a business in India either directly or agent, through the agent, and conduct any business activities in India in any manner. If the companies are need amount for investment, the company issue IDR, Indian Depository Receipt, to in public for gathering or collecting amount for investment. Then government companies. Government companies, we all are know about total control or capital by the company, either state government or central government or both. Simply that the government company is one which not less than 51% of paid up share capital is held singly or in combination by the central government or state government or both. A subsidiary company of government company is also considered as government company. For example, Hindustan Machine Tools Limited, State Trading Corporation of India Limited. These companies are maximum investment. That means they paid up share capital value more than 51% having by the government. Holding and subsidiary company. Then holding company, subsidiary company, both two types of companies. What is the difference? A holding company in which exercise control over the another company. The control means the paid up share capital value or voting power of a particular company is having more than 50% by the holding company. The board of directors composition also considered for administration or managing of subsidiary companies. Then associate companies. Associate company means this is the new concept introduced in Companies Act 2013. An associate company is one in which that other company has significant influence. That means beforely we are seeing holding company and subsidiary company. That holding company must have a paid up value or voting power more than 51%. Then only that company is called holding company, the other company is called subsidiary company. If the same concept, the paid up capital or administrative voting power is less than the 50%, then the subsidiary company is categorized under associate company. Subsidiary company is categorized under associates company. Then small company. Small company on the basis of investment and on the basis of turnover. The maximum investment amount, that means share capital, does not exceed 50 lakh, or the turnover as per profit and loss account of the preceding financial year does not exceed 2 crores. These two conditions are applicable. That company is called small company. Either any one conditions are exceeds, the company is converted into private limited company. Then dormant company. This dormant company also a new concept. Dormant company also new concept. Then what is this company? These companies are not having any transactions. This type of companies are registered under Companies Act but not starting the business or not commencing the business because some problems may have. Either the project or failed, then the company not running presently. Then some disputes among the promoters or the ultimate project of the company is failed. This type of companies are not closing. This type of companies are not closing. Then the company maintain the name itself, follow the some rules and regulations. So under Companies Act 2013. For future business. Then producer company. What is producer company? Producer means just like a manufacturer, but in company's point of view, a producer company can only carry out the object as specified in the Companies Act 2013. In this company, the company's business transactions are supplied to or supply from the promoters or members. If a company producing a particular product, that product supplied to the members itself, or the members product are marketed by the companies. That is possible. This type of companies are called producers companies. Thank you to all.